Get over here and help me.
Hold up for smoke!
I'm reading the flatline. Keep it together, Voodoo. Nice work, fire team. Time to hit the stockpile. Rendezvous with the following coordinates.
Fuck. What was that?
Jackpot. Plant the trackers on the crates we're leaving behind.
Changing mags. Eat this. Armor's here.
Quick, shoot it!
Can't beat me, man. I run. It's only smart move to play. I at least wish you would have knocked out my mask. Made it a little bit more interesting. Trash. Look at that. Where you going?
I'm bleeding bad!
Help you. Help you. Finish you, nigga.
Fire team, I've lost your signals! Do you read, fire team? We've received intel that suggests Stargazer has established itself as a data broker for various cartels, guerrilla factions, and other... Fire team, drop! Go, go, go! This is Zeus. Move to Location Alpha and secure access to Stargazer's intelligence database.
Mud up.
Get to the chopper! got eyes on it.
Look, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. Get to the chopper. Still works.
There should be a network node on site that has access to Stargazer's database. There it is. Plug it in and let the drive do its work.
Get down!
Right over here.
Download's in progress, but the connection's not secure. We should expect company.
Ammo. Stock up.
Yeah!
I'll take it. Get them off the objective.
Check these coordinates. Applying camo.
Send it in back up.
Nice. Very nice. This way. Weapons here. Tough guy. Hostile spotter.
Reloading, cover me!
Perfect.
Files decrypted and downloaded. You were go to pull the drive. There's a lot more here than we expected. Given the file size, we'll need SATCOM to upload it all. We've got eyes on a Stargazer mobile command center at the following coordinates. They should have everything we need.
This better work.
There should be terminal access on the side of the vehicle.
Get to the chopper.
That's the negative, Voodoo 1. Your signal's being jammed. Find the transmitters and take them out before attempting transmission.
Enemy spotted.
Reloading.
Connection is go. Start the upload.
Right over here.
Keeping cover.
Mudding up.
We've been detected. Hostiles inbound, fire team. Defend the command center until the upload completes, or this was all for nothing.
Got something here. Deploying smoke. Grab some ammo.
Bud, why? Reinforcements are on the way.
Patched up.
Contact mark.
Patching up. Enemy spotted. This'll do. I'll take it.
Upload complete. Grab the drive. If they don't know what we copied, then everything in their database is basically compromised. Nice
Come
work.
on,
Pack it
kill
in,
it.
fire team. We're done here.
I'm down.
Getting mudded up. Found some mud. Eyes open, people.
Solid copy, Voodoo. Chopper inbound. Land spotted. Moving in on the intruders.
Contact mark.
Sending it back up.
There. Unknown contact is using ammo. Cover me, chase. Down. I thought that's still breathing, but it's.
We've been tracking members of former CIA Project Stargazer, and intel suggests they're working to link local bases to their global network. We have a short window to...
Fire team is go. Good luck out there.
Voodoo 1, this is Zeus. Double time it to location Alpha and secure terminal access. We only get one shot at this, so stay frosty. Security terminal should be in a nearby building. Access it and I'll start searching their database for the transmitter's location.
I got you now. I'll take it. Cover me. Fuck yeah.
Okay, this should only take me a few seconds. Oh, god damn it, lost connection. The solar panels must have cut out. Marking the units to reboot. Let's get the power back on.
Fuck! Watch my six. This looks interesting.
Reinforcements are on the way.
Cover me.
So I can finish this search.
This looks interesting. Watch my six. Cover me.
Almost have it. Stand by.
Build ropes.
Covering fire.
On high, look at it. The satellite dish is up the road in another installation. Expect resistance.
Got something here. Ammo here. Patching up.
That's the mobile SATCOM. Before you start the upload, find and disable their firewall system. It should be somewhere in the camp.
many of these guys are there?
Get patched up.
Break that shit open and destroy the server blades.
There! I'll take it.
Countermeasures are down. Get back to the SATCOM and start the upload.
Kill it! Ow! Mudding up. Sniper, enemy spotted.
Nice.
The transfer's going through. One of you will need to stay in range to monitor the... Oh, fuck. I think they're onto us. Hostiles inbound.
Who's got a med kit?
First aid. Use it.
Yeah, I got something for you right here.
There you are.
Reinforcements
Brought a little
on the way.
extra fun for everybody.
This should hold me together. Get over here and help me. Get me up. I'm not dying today.
Take him out.
Careful, careful. Careful.
One? You act like this is the first time.
Shit!
PMC mark. Enemy spotted.
We got them. I've got full access. I'm sending coordinates for Xville now. Mission accomplished.
Location marked. Code. Get back on your objective. Still gross.
Orders received. En route to extraction zone.
They're trying to escape. Stop them.
Be careful, fire team. You are drifting apart. Tighten up.
Sending him back up.
Can't stick around, Voodoo. You've got 30 seconds and I'm gone. I'm seeing the team split up. I would advise against this, fire team.
We're leaving the AO. Zeus's orders. Good luck, Voodoo.
It's not easy losing soldiers, but you kept your head and completed the mission. A close ally and a source of funding had an extremely valuable heirloom stolen.
Fire team, drop! Go, go, go!
mud up.
Voodoo 1, this is Zeus. Let's get this show on the road. Rendezvous at the site of the wreck.
Down.
We need to group up.
Contact.
Fuck this, hitting the alarm!
Back to the mission.
We need to group up.
This looks interesting.
Focus on the mission.
Over here.
All right, check the wreckage. See if anything stands out.
I'll take it.
Just don't go out of your way.
This way. Predator. There it is.
Wow. Voodoo, it looks like the state's been raised. Keep moving and stick together.
Help me up.
Somebody help me!
Somebody help me!
I'm not gonna make it!
This ain't no way to die.
Ugh.
5 team members down. Stick to the mission.
It was always going to be in the jungle.
I'm reaching the flat line. Keep it together, Voodoo. 5 team members down. Stick to the mission.
What the shit? Ah! Ah! Help me out here!
I've got help waiting for you, fire team. Marking the access point. Voodoo, are you there? Voodoo!
It's September 12th, 1987. My name is Major Alan Schaefer, also known as Dutch, U.S. Army veteran, Special Ops Commander, and the only survivor of the Valverde incident. These tapes are my personal testimony. Insurance. Should anything happen to me, what I've found won't be lost. My team was brought in to rescue a Guatemala cabinet minister and his aide, who had been captured by guerrilla forces in Valverde. We located the downed helicopter and the skinned bodies of those aboard hung in nearby trees, seemingly at the hands of guerrilla fighters. After assaulting their camp, it became clear that the mission was a setup. American intelligence had sent us to retrieve the captured agents who had been on recon for future military action. But none of that matters, because while we were clearing out the guerrillas, something was hunting us. An invisible killer tracked us as we made our way to the extraction point. In 24 hours, it wiped out my entire team. Rick Hawkins, Blaine Cooper, Mac Elliott, Billy Soul, Jorge Ramirez, and Al Dillon, the best soldiers I've ever known. Men I trusted with my life were butchered like animals. It was a nightmare. We walked in with guns, but it had perfect camouflage, advanced weaponry, and could see heat. It was strong and smart, a pitiless hunter. I waited, I watched, and when I understood it, when I saw how it hunted, I killed it. As it lay dying, in a final fuck you, it activated an explosive device. I barely escaped that blast. My radiation sickness and the crater of the explosion are the only evidence it ever was here. I've given my official statement to Agent Peter Keyes of the OWLF, but it's become clear I needed to investigate Valverde myself. Keyes was thorough, but he asked all the wrong questions. I mean, we have proof of alien life, but that life sees us as game. It's an alien whose first contact with humanity was to hunt us for sport. All Keyes cared about was the technology lost in the explosion. He can see the jungle for the trees. I see the threat. He sees the opportunity. Spies are all the same. I mean, we aren't people to them. We are assets. How many soldiers would he feed to those monsters just for a chance to steal from them or to learn from them? The government can't be trusted. So I will have to do this on my own. I'm cutting my treatment short and going off the grid. I will make my way back to South America to Valverde. I was told that there were stories about demons who make trophies of man. I'd like to hear those stories. April 8th, 1991. I'm not dead yet. I'll admit, I regret not curing my radiation sickness before I left. It made leaving the country difficult. I cashed in a few favors, took one too many off-the-book flights in rusted-out buckets, but I made it back to Valverde. The area was on lockdown, sealed by American intelligence for study. The complex centered on a crater from the alien self-destruction. I found the scientists slumming in a local bar. A few drinks, a couple of threads later, he was ready to talk. It wasn't much, barely anything I didn't already know. The blast emitted a form of radiation they'd never seen before. Some believed it was extraterrestrial, some didn't. Either they're not too bright, or there's nothing to find. I decided to let them keep searching in vain. It kept them busy and off my trail. I've been touring villages and small towns using the cover of an author writing about South American folklore. I don't know if any of them bought in, but they took my money and told their stories. The closer they were to the jungle, the more stories of devils in the trees. Some were bullshit, made up on the spot, but some carried consistencies that I couldn't ignore. Whatever it was, the demons who make trophies of man, the devil of the trees, or the skull taker, the stories always began on the hottest summer that they could remember. In the summer of 1987, Valverde Valley broke its all-time high in temperatures. They love the heat. It must remind them of home. Everything else confirmed the truth of the stories. Proud warriors skinned and hanged, skulls and spines ripped from their bodies. Maybe it was obvious from the beginning, but it wasn't until I heard the stories that I truly accepted the purpose of these mutilations. I mean, they're taking trophies. They travel impassable distances to hunt us, skin us, and mount us over some alien. Where do I go now? It's been on my mind all year. The takeaway from all this intel is that they've been doing this for decades, centuries maybe. They're coming back, and I need to be there when they do. March 3rd, 1996, Zaire. I thought I could wait. I thought that I could hold back and make my move at the right time. I couldn't. Fuck. I had to find them. I needed to hunt it or let it hunt me. I joined up with any private military company that was headed into the hot zone. I pulled every string, cashed out every favor just to follow the sweat and the death that attracted the demon. I eventually put together a team myself. Lost soldiers and haunted men, willing to fight and to die wherever I led them. They thought that I was a legend, and I let them believe that. I'm quiet and good in what I do. They needed them to see me as a legend, so that they could take them to die in a sweltering jungle. We went on more missions than I can remember. We didn't fire until we were fired at. They thought that it was my code. It wasn't. I was waiting and watching. Our last mission was an evac up in the Congo. A private munition base had gone dark. When we arrived, they'd been dead for days. Bodies strung up on floodlights around the base, all of them skinned, some missing skulls and spines. We secured the site and waited for backup to arrive. In the heat of the day, I stared into the waves of heat coming off the concrete, thinking that any minute they might come alive as the invisible killer. And then they did. I didn't wait. I unloaded every round I had. Trusting me, my team fired in the same direction. It wasn't the first time I'd done it, but this time I knew what I was looking for. It was so fast, we couldn't hit it. We panicked, and stray rounds struck the crate of RPGs. And that explosion hit other munitions that exploded. By the time the smoke cleared, the demon was dead, but so were all my men. I took samples of its blood, pieces of its anatomy, and what tech that I could salvage. And then I burned everything. Then it disappeared. I never checked in mid-HQ. As far as I know, I was counted among the dead. March 3rd, 1996, Zaire. I thought I could wait. I thought that I could hold back and make my move at the right time. I couldn't. Fuck. I had to find them. I needed to hunt it or let it hunt me. I joined up with any private military company that was headed into the hot zone. I pulled every string March 3rd, 2008. We've gotten good at killing predators. Every time we find one, we come back with more tech, more research, and the OWLF's funding goes up. Together, we have gotten stronger and more efficient. For a time, the aliens were surprisingly predictable. They had no idea that we knew so much about them. But that began to change. They sent better hunters every time. They're beginning to see us as a threat. Or we've become a more worthy prize. Maybe both. We know this because our last encounter was special. We weren't certain if they had any gender to speak of, but that changed when we came into contact with the female. She was smarter and deadlier. She didn't fuck around like the males did. She was direct, ruthless, and skilled. I was in Laos when we first came into contact with her. It was Valverde all over again. Her ambush wiped out my entire team. Only this time, she got me. In a small village, I lost track of her, just long enough for her to pin me with a razor net. Pinned against the wall, razors cutting into my face. I've been fighting for so long, I was ready to die. I should be dead. Instead of making the kill, she cloaked and vanished into the jungle. The net relaxed, and I escaped with my life, and a scar to remember her by. She spared me. Only me. Like she knew who I was. I returned to the exfil. My first failed mission in a long time. Are we going about this wrong? I mean, we've learned so much. But in doing so, have we made ourselves a bigger target? I can't stop thinking about something Napoleon said. You must not fight too often with one enemy, or you will teach them all your art of war. I started this believing that we were learning how to hunt them, or maybe she let me live to just be hunted another day. We were teaching them how to hunt us.